Hello, my name is Jim Livingston, and we are here at NRA 2011. Today I'm going to talk to you about our table management product and give you a brief introduction of how it works. Obviously, table management is designed as a guest management or seating tool. Some of the benefits, of course, is that it will turn tables faster. We have an automated wait list, and it will reduce the number of hostesses needed due to our ability to communicate back and forth to the hostess stand. Let me give you a quick demonstration on how it works. First, there's several components of the product. We have our guest pagers. Obviously, we have many different types to choose from. Second, we have a manager pager that we can choose from and/or staff pagers. Third, we have a T900 or T901, I'm sorry, and this is a handheld device used to open and close tables on the actual screen, but it's also used as an automated wait list. I can actually add somebody from the wait list from this device and put them up there. Lastly, an auxiliary or accessory piece would be a push for service button. We call it Table Genie. It has the ability to page 3 different messages. So for example, if I need a drink or a check or a manager, all I simply do is press that button. It will go to a server pager and they'll be able to respond to my table. So with all that said, here's the screen. On the screen you can actually see the tables, and you'll notice that in the middle of each table there's a little green football. I call it a football looking thing. That's actually the table number. You'll also notice the colors of the tables. Those are what we refer to as sections. So what I'm staring at right now is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 section layout, if you will, in a restaurant. Also, I have floor 1, I can also have floor 2, and I can have multiple floors. I can break my restaurant up into a bar, front of the house, back of the house, outside, inside, however I want to do it, and however small I like to break down the screen. When somebody walks into the restaurant, this of course is where we put our wait list. We have the ability to make as many columns for the most part as we'd like. Right now I have it very limited, but you have the ability to add other things such as special occasions, your table preferences, special needs, whether you need a high chair, your wheelchair accessibility, etc. But in this case I have it pretty simple. You press the walk-in button, and then it comes up and it says, what is your party size? As you can see, it's pretty simple to just touch the arrows, the up and down arrows to increase it. We also have an automated wait time. It does measure the wait time, but of course it can be manually adjusted. If you know this is a 8-top and they come in, it's probably not a 2 or 3 minute wait time in between the party, a standard 4-top, so you may want to increase that up by 12 or 14 minutes and so on. I then have the ability, of course, to just simply touch the name screen and enter my name or the party's name. So in this case, I'm going to put Jim. And then I'm also, over here, I have the ability to do a pager and or a phone number. Obviously, it's a little more difficult right now for me to demo the phone side, so I will just demo the pager side. As you can see, that pager number is 63. We have it on both the front and the top. I'll go ahead and enter 63 into the system, and I'm going to hit OK. As you can see, we're almost done. These were some of the preferences I was telling you about. The longer you make them, the more options there are. In this case, I have this one where I'm just offering, the table preference, where it's booth, window, or patio. Again, I can make those say anything I want. I simply will touch window, for example, and hit add walk-in. When I do that, that pager went off initially because we call it the initial page to make sure that both the customer and you know that it's working. You'll show up here on the wait list. And as you can see, your name, party size, pager number, and then we have what's called a waited time versus a quoted time. If I told you it was going to be 4 minutes, the goal is to make sure that you are seated in 4 minutes. If you're not exceeded in 4 minutes, then this will actually turn pink. And anytime it turns pink, we know by looking at the screen that our wait times are inaccurate and we're quoting inaccurate wait times and so on. So it's kind of an immediate notification that we're not quoting wait times accurately at the moment, so we can adjust that as we go. And then, of course, I want them by the window. When it's time to page somebody, so here you are, Mr. Customer, you have this pager out in the field, and you're actually at the bar, hopefully, and we're increasing sales, increasing drink sales. That's what table management allows you to do. You simply touch the screen, and when I do that, it will look for a table that's most accommodating or can be most accommodating. I'm going to go back to the first floor, because I want to pick this table right here just because I have it attached to a 3-button Table Genie, just to show you some examples. So all I'm going to do is I can simply touch this table, and then of course all I can do is I have options: page the party, I can join a table, I can ask for the table info of that table, and I can edit that table's status. In this case, all I want to do is hit page party. As soon as I do that, you'll notice that that pager automatically went off. And you'll also notice that you'll see a lightning bolt, which means somebody's been paged. And lastly, it comes back over here so that the hostess knows that 36 is once they come back. Once pager number 63 comes back, we're taking it to table 36. So here comes Jim. He's got his pager in his hand. He walks up to the counter. They say, okay, you're number 63. I see where I have to take you. And I say to the hostess, please take them to table 36. I put the coaster back on its charger. And I simply go like this, press that button. A screen pops up, a little pie chart. You can seat it, remove it, unpage it, move them down on the list. There are several options. In this case, I want to hit seat. Notice when I do that, that will turn solid red and it will no longer be there, and the person will come off the wait list. Here we go. As you can see, red. Now, what I wanted you also to see is that pager, if you want it as an option, was tied to that table. And when that table was seated, it actually told the server that they were seated in case they were doing any side work. And they now know that somebody's been seated in their section. Lastly, well, two things actually. The 901, the handheld, I'm going to do a real quick demo for you. I want you to pay attention to table number 24. On this handheld, I'll show you I'm going to put 24 as being bust, which means it'll turn orange. So I'm going to say 24, and then I'm going to hit that bust button right there. So 24, and then I'm going to say bust. Now watch the blue, watch the 24. As you can see, it turned orange. So I can automatically make it go to bus. I also can take 24 and close it, and you'll notice that it'll turn red. And that means the table is no longer available. I can also do that same thing from the actual table itself by simply touching the table, hitting edit, and saying hold. And that will then, of course, make it turn white. Those are your options: open, bus, held, closed. That's simply how the 2901 works. On the actual 3 button, I have it tied to that same pager for table number 36, so this section is being handled by, say for example, somebody named Chad or Chantilly, and I'll simply just press a button, and when I do that, pager goes off and it says I need a check to table number 36. At that point, of course, I respond back. So this is the push for service opportunity. When the server comes back to the table, the way to clear this message is by simply a sequence of buttons, and I'll show you it's pressing pressing the outside and then the last 2, so watch. And you'll notice it'll clear by going like that, and of course now it no longer flashes, and we've actually responded to the table. That is table management. Again, it has cell phone capabilities. It will actually page you on your cell phone and or text message you. It of course will also page any one of our guest pagers. It allows it to be a staff paging system as well. It will obviously reduce the number of hostesses needed. We'll be able to communicate from T901s back to the main hostess, and she'll be able to run a more efficient operation in the restaurant. Again, my name is Jim Livingston. This is NRA 2011. Thank you guys.